My name is Dan Paul Roberts. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm an artist and a musician, and I'm also the singing drag queen, Miss Candy Shell. I grew up in Wichita Falls, Texas. It was my coming out story. I was kind of thrust out of the closet by my mom. Thanks. I had come out to like a very small group of friends. And those years were rough. It was, my junior high years were tough. I got called the F word nearly every day, and nobody beat up on me. I think I must have had a certain kind of Edward Cullen energy going on, people. But it was tough. It was a really tough, dark time. I had grown up very religious, and I thought I was going to hell, and was suicidal, but if you commit suicide, then you're also going to hell. And it was just like, yeah, what do I do? And I had this moment. I had a spiritual experience. I believe that I believe in angels because an angel came to me and said, hey, you're fine. These people, they don't know everything. They're just doing the best they can with the information they have. But I'm here to tell you that you're good, and you just keep doing your thing, and you are going to connect with people outside of Archer City and Wichita Falls that are going to blow your mind with just how okay you are. You're better than okay. You're better than bad. You're good. And that I just needed to be patient and just kind of like see this situation through. And it was true. I at 18, I went to school still in Texas, and really only a couple hours away from Wichita Falls, and yet the transformation was incredible. It was like night and day, and I found my people. I'm continuing to find my people. I spent almost a decade in New York, which was an incredible growth experience for me as an artist. And in the 6 years that I've been here on Honolulu, I have experienced another kind of rebirth, another level of acceptance as far as me personally, and then with me doing drag, which has, it's had its own kind of stigma and its own kind of internalized homophobia on my part. When I was first in college, I remember I was completely not just intimidated, but very put off by drag queens. Probably because I was like, don't associate them with me, even though I secretly want to put on a dress. That statement, thou doth protesteth too much, methinks, that was definitely me right there. It was like, what is your deal with drag queens? Well, now we know. Now we know what the deal was. And I always feel that way when there's a lot of pushback against the community. I mean, I understand parents who are worried for their children, but when people are just very anti-gay, I'm always like, if you have gay issues, you might have gay issues. Just saying. I continue to experience new levels of peace and acceptance where my life is concerned, and so I think that the coming out process, it's never really over. And also it's not always easy. It's not always met with a positive reaction. I know that mine wasn't, and I didn't even want to come out. I happened to be writing notes to some of my friends at school, and when I would come home at the end of the day, I would throw all my notes in the bottom drawer in my bedroom. What was I thinking? And of course, my mom eventually came into my room. She read all the notes. She started listening to my telephone conversations, and then she confronted me with all of it. She took me to a Christian psychiatrist, and I was terrified. I really thought that it was going to be one of those conversion moments. And to my surprise, this therapist that I spoke was totally on my side. And he sat with me, he talked to me, and then he brought my mom in, and he was like, this guy's got a good head on his shoulders. He's not trying to do anything irresponsible. I really think you should just let him process this. And now I feel awful, like I'm talking trash about my mom, and now we have a terrific relationship. And she knows all about Candy Shell, but none of that would have happened if it hadn't been for those awkward in-between times. And you never know how people are gonna take unexpected news, or sometimes even worse, that horribly expected news, where you're like, I think they're gay, I'm not sure if they're gay, I don't know, and then they tell you, and it's like, and the expectation can sometimes even make it more traumatic. And so I guess, I just want to say that whether you've been out of the closet forever or you're in the closet now, it's okay where you're at, because we are all on a continuum, and the experiences are going to continue to happen. Whether you're in, whether you're out, whether you got one foot out and one foot in, it's fine. And you're good where you are. And thanks for being here. And Pride is for you too. It's for all of us. And so yeah, happy Pride.